Hey folks, it's Jason here, one of the pro traders over at TrueTrader.net. Former market maker, you've been around the business since about 1993. Everybody knows me as TheGoose in our chat room. I try to put together for you guys a midweek watch. Try to do it weekly to give you some of my insight, some of my thoughts that are going on with the markets, plus some ideas that I'm looking at. I try to keep my ideas just a little bit different. I'm not going to put Tesla up there every week and just tell you what my thoughts are. So I do have different ideas up here that you'll see. Some of them come from daily scans that I do using MarketSmith or other sources, even FinViz doing scans. But hope you guys like it. I'm going to try to keep each video about 10 minutes long, and hope you guys are liking what I'm putting together. So with that being said, let me jump into a disclaimer. So TrueTrader nor its representatives are registered as a security broker dealer or investment advisor with the SEC or any state regulatory authority. Listen, not licensed or registered to give investment advice, guys. This is 100% for entertainment purposes only. Always have your own plans, have your own ideas. Never follow anybody. So with that being said, let's just dive right into this because I'd like to keep this to around 10 minutes so it doesn't take up too much of your time. So here we go. So first of all, just a quick comment regarding the broader markets. As you can see, I talked about it actually, it was yesterday or this morning. I was saying that how the market's getting a little bit more extended from some of the short-term moving averages. I think you're starting to kind of see that. I think you're seeing a lot of stocks that are coming in early on. I looked at names like AMD, Plug I looked at today. There's no follow through, no bounces, no even pushes up into VWAP. Even though the market was up, it surely didn't feel like it. I feel like we're getting a little bit extended, maybe looking for a little bit of a pullback, I'm hoping. But that all being said, there's always opportunities on both the long and the short side. You just got to hunt them out, find out where the relative strength is, find out where the opportunities are, and keep at it. But overall, the market, again, was up again today. And it surely didn't feel like it. I know a lot of my swings were actually, I had some swings that were red today and it felt like they should be up with the market, but they were not. So I'm sure everybody's kind of feeling the same type of thing. That all being said, I'm going to come into some ideas that I have coming into the day here or tomorrow and Friday. First one I wanted to look at is QFIN. So this is a name. I want to show you a couple things on this real quick. I'm going to give you the levels first. What I'm looking for is over this 3240. So you can see that it's held here 2 days in a row. 3260, 3240 was today's low. You have a 50-day here. But one of the other things I wanted to show you that I like is this stock has a big move. I actually had this on swing and played this for a swing in the room from here to, I don't think I made it all the way up to this level. I think it was mid 30s. But I want to show you this is actually almost a really nice retrace as well from that move. If I just drew a quick fib for you guys just to show you, it pulls right back into that 60% area, right off this monthly area, as well as this 50-day. So I really like this area. See if it wants to hold tomorrow. I know, it's coming a little bit with the China names as well, but QFIN is definitely on my list for tomorrow. I want to see how it acts, see if it holds up, see what it's doing. So with that being said, we'll move on to the next. That's QFIN. I want to look at AMAT, Applied Materials. So what I wrote down on AMAT was 133.77. Now, the reason I put down a second level as well is, because it closed pretty close to here. So you can see the close is 134.80. So right now, 133.77. I've written down as 50-day, a monthly, and a quarterly. So right in here, you'll see that, right? There's a monthly, a 50-day, and you also have the previous low. So there's a lot here, right, in this area, but it might be too close. So with that being said, the other area that I want to watch is this previous support area, which lines up with the previous monthly as well. So that's something that I'm looking at. That area right there is 131 area. So I'll look at 133.77 or 131 for our AMAT tomorrow. That's AMAT. I always think I'm going too fast for you guys, but I'm trying to slow down. I promise you, it's just my personality. All right, Foot Locker, here we go. So FL, I wrote down 59.60. You have a previous low as it's held for 2 days here. 59.60 was today's low, 59.64. You also have an annual pivot right there. So it's held this area for 2 days. Again, this is if you want to draw it, I don't need to, but you can see the move that it's made. It's pushed right back up and come back to here. So I think there's some room to push back into this resistance level here, but I think there could be a nice little trade in there. It doesn't have huge range, less than $2, but I think if you buy it right off these previous lows in this annual, I think it'd be a nice trade. So that's Foot Locker. Another retail name, AEO. And I wrote down on AEO, there's a lot at this level, $35. Okay, so this is, again, it closed really close to here. I'm taking a little bit of a shot to see if it kind of opens up flat. I'd like to trade it against 35. You got the previous low, the previous close, a quarterly, and as well as the 50-day, all in this area right here. I like when it's all there. I'm not gonna. I probably wouldn't. I don't think it's gonna get down to this area, but if it did, I'd probably revisit it, which is in that 33.50, 33 level. But I didn't write that level down on my report. But 35 is the first level. I'd love to see it hold early, trade it off all that confluence there, and then if it did drop into 33, 33.50, which I don't think it will, I would visit it there as well. But that's AEO. Next one, 3D. So what I write down 3D, I wrote down 33.80 and 33. So 33.80 you can see is right here, the previous low. And you'll see the 20-day also lined up here. That blue line is a 20-day. So you see the previous low, the 20-day, and then just below it is the 33, which is the that pink is a quarterly pivot right there. So those are the two levels that I want on 3D. Sorry about that. So the DDD 35, 33.80 and 33 are the two levels there. All right, that's DDD. Moving right along. Snap, I think that might have been my list last week. I'm not 100% sure, but I just want to show you. I wrote down 65 and 64. You can see the trend that it's been kind of coming into. You also got the previous low. You got a 20-day here and right into this trend line. So I drew it for you guys ahead of time just to show you. I wrote down 65, and then also down at 64. Where I came up with 64, just if you're trying to figure that one out, it's all just all these resistance levels right in here. If you actually drew a straight line, a horizontal line right across here, you'd see it matches up to be about 64. So that's where I came up with 64, which is happens to be a little. Sometimes what will happen is, even though it, I'll consider it holding that that trend line, it'll flush below early on, reclaim, and then stay above it the rest of the day. I still feel as long as it closes above that, we're in good shape. So that's Snap here. I'll be looking at that again. Remind 65 and 64 are the levels on Snap. All right, next one we go to is WYNN. Let the gambling begin. WYNN. Just kidding here. WYNN 111.60. I had to put this on there, by the way. I see that it's kind of broken these levels. A lot of people say, "Oh my God, what are you looking at? Catching a knife here?" Listen, I have to always look at these 200-day pops. A lot of times it'll touch it, give it a quick kiss, and give it a nice bounce. I have to look at these opportunities here. So WYNN, I'm going to watch it right off this at 111.60. It might be too close. There's nice, decent range, $3.50 range on it, but I'm going to watch this off the 200-day. It might end up holding this, making, a little bit of a low, kiss that, and then make a, get back some of the prior day's move. So what I mean by that, just to slow that down for a second, is if I were to look at a bounce off this, I would look for a retracement, just to draw it real fast for you guys, off this 200-day. Back, it's going to be really hard to see, but I'll try to blow it up for you guys from the prior day move, so which is today's move, right? So I'll blow this up a little bit, and you can see. So what I look for on something like this is I would look for a bounce off the 200-day and then like a 50% move right back into, say, 115. So that's what I would look for, 114 to 115, which is a 30 to 50% retrace from the prior day move. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys, what I'm looking for. I know it's a quick draw on it, but at least you get an idea what I'm looking for. Do this, I'm gonna do this, and we're back. All right. So that was WYNN. I'm gonna jump into BYND. BYND's a funny one because it's really been holding this level, but I think it's too close. I wrote down 134 on BYND, which is down at the next level. I know you guys are like, whoa, wait a second. That's like $6-7 down. Exactly. The ATR in the stock, $7. So this is one I want to have on the list. I want to be prepared for. That's a 50-day, a prior monthly pivot down there. And it's all about being prepared. If you get some market heavy, let's say we come in tomorrow, I don't need all 9 of these stocks to hit. I need one really, really good one. So if I'm prepared and I know if I see a big, quick imbalance wash at 935 and this thing comes slamming down, I want to be prepared to know that there's an alert or there's an order down there at 134 for myself. So that's why I come up with these numbers pretty far down and pretty far away. But this is an area definitely of interest. You can see it's also previous support area. So it's all about being prepared, folks. I'm telling you. So here we go there. Let me close this out too. Sorry. All right. And then the last one, this is a funny one because this name, I'll tell you, I've traded this a couple times, probably more than a few times since it's had this big drop, EXEL, and it has not found a bid. I shouldn't say it hasn't found a bid yet because it's still holding that $17.80 to $18 level, but there are definitely sellers around still. So one of them are going to win. The trick with this is I want to be around for when the sellers lift, you know, and the idea of that is just so you know, is at some point that they run out of stock. I don't think it's just continually being shorted at this level. Okay. There's some sort of supply out there. When that supply dries up, I want to be there. I'm not saying it's going to go back up to $20 or $21, but you know, if I'm buying it, my risk is off the same level it's been holding, $17.80, $18. I love that risk because one day these sellers are going to lift and this thing's going to make a nice push in a 19 and a half or something like that. And you're risking what, 20 cents, 30 cents on a trade like that for that big move. And it happens. You guys could cycle through other names that have been sold off and they start consolidating. And one day the seller lifts and bam, they're back up. So I'm not saying they're back up to, you know, these crazy levels here, but I always like being around. So EXEL, I think, is worth being around. 1780. It's been holding this for over a week now. This level, you could see 1780 to $18 area. And I think, you know, there's a potential of a bounce there. I like the defined risk, good risk reward. I think that, you know, I want to be around in this name in case it has one of those days. So that's it for today, guys. If you guys want to come check us out, make sure you come visit us at TrueTrader.net. If you guys have any questions, please try to leave them in the comment section. I'll try to get to them. Or you could come visit us and send me a direct message. I'm also on Twitter at TheGoose0519. You can message me on Twitter as well. I will be tweeting this out as well, and I'll try to respond. But other than that, I hope you guys are liking these, and I appreciate feedback. I've gotten some good feedback, you know, good, bad, or indifferent. I like hearing it. It makes me tweak things to make them a little better for you all. All right. Thanks. I wish you all a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow, and have a great rest of the week. Thank you, guys.